Greetings and welcome back. This week begins the AP exams, and so for any of you that have an exam coming up this week, I wish you the best of luck. Our exam, the AP Psychology exam, is scheduled for Tuesday, May 19th at 2 p.m. If you haven't already done so, please watch the College Board video that I posted last week with lots of good information about how you can prepare for your AP exams. As far as our course is concerned, your grades are completed. Most of you have an A already. If you don't have an A and you think that you'd like to try to earn one, reach out to me and I'll let you know if there's anything else that you can do to raise your grade. Perhaps redo an assignment or turn in one that's still missing. But I am going to put a couple of assignments out there for you that I will grade if you want me to. I'm going to put two FRQs. The first one's called Holiday Meal, and that one will be available beginning first thing Monday morning until midnight Tuesday night. So anytime in that 48-hour span, if you want to attempt that FRQ, please do so. And I'll be checking in periodically during the day on Monday and Tuesday, and so I'll be grading them whenever I can. And so hopefully if you attempt one of those, I'll be able to grade it and give you feedback right away. You don't have to do any rewrites. It's just for practice, just to see how you'll do. Remember, you're not expected to get 7 out of 7 or 8 out of 8 on these questions. Getting half of them correct is usually historically enough to pass. The average number of points, for example, out of 7 that kids needed to get a 3 on previous AP exams is usually less than 3.5. So in other words, if you're averaging, if you can get half of these terms correct, if you can earn half of the points, you're doing well enough to pass. And the better you can do, the higher your grade, obviously. I'll put another one up that'll be available from first thing Wednesday morning until late Thursday night. You can do it during any time in that 48-hour window. It's called Rachel's New Job. And so you've got 2 opportunities just to test yourself, see how you'll do, and learn from your experiences. I'm also posting for you this week a list of terms, about 250 terms and names alphabetized. Please don't expect that every term you see on the AP exam is going to be on this list. I did my best to try to look for the greatest hits, those terms that the College Board seems to come back to periodically, but I promise you there are going to be terms in there that you've never seen before. There are going to be terms that aren't on my list. There may even be terms that I've never seen before. But don't worry about it. 2 things. Number 1, look at it, see if it looks familiar. If it looks at all familiar, pretend it's that thing that it seems familiar with. Just assume it has to do with that thing that you're thinking that it's familiar with, and treat it like that and take a guess. You'll probably be wrong, but you've got a chance to be right. And secondly, I promise you, if you don't know it, especially if I didn't teach it to you, the vast majority of your peers aren't going to get it either. So it's not going to count very much against you, right? The easier ones are the ones, believe it or not, that count the most, because if all your peers are getting it right, then that's a question, that's a point rather, that's going to be weighted more heavily. So there's plenty of other things that you can do for practice. 2 things I recommend, other than watching the video that I already described, but go to your My AP Classroom and just look under the section that says practice questions, and practice. The more you do, the more familiar you get, the more comfortable you're going to be on exam day. Go to the College Board website and go to the AP exam page and look at all the old FRQs. Start with 2019 and go back to 2018, 17, and 16 and look at those FRQs and scan over the rubrics. You can look at 3, 4, 5 years worth of FRQs in 30 minutes. Just scan them over, get an idea of the kinds of things that they ask. Look at the rubrics and see how they graded. They also, for each one of those, they'll have student samples, sample writing that you can look at of students that scored high, and you can see how good writing is done, some examples of good writing. And anything else, reach out to me, right? If you have any questions, if you want some other ideas, please reach out to me. But that's plenty, really. I mean, if you do the 2 that I'm grading, and again, I'm grading them, but I'm not recording your grade. I'm only grading them so that you'll know whether or not you would have earned the point. If you do those 2, if you do some other practice questions, if you look over the 2019, 18, 17 FRQs, you'll be doing fine. Also, remember this. Remember that during the course of this e-learning, I posted several, I believe 8 different review videos for you. None of them is longer than 20 minutes. Some of them are only 8 to 10 minutes. Watch those videos. Watch 1 or 2 of those Boza review videos a day in the next week and a half that you have. So if you want to take, 30, 45 minutes, any of those activities, practice questions, watching review videos, if you do 1 or 2 of those things every day between now and the exam day, you'll be fine. Remember that you had me for a teacher, right? The other kids had to settle for just regular teachers. You had the Boza experience, at least all the way up to about March 12th or so. So just relax, do your best, be confident. Please take the test. I know there's some rumors and ideas floating out there that kids don't really need or want to take the test. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. You've worked hard. You have learned. I promise you, you've learned far more than you think you have. You're going to remember far more than you think you will. And I think you'll regret it if you don't give yourself a try. You've got nothing to lose, right? And I'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Just if I see that you went on there and did it and did your best, regardless of your score, I'll be proud of you. If I don't see your name, then I don't know so much. If I don't see your name in the results, and then I see you later on, it's going to be awkward, right? You're going to want to say hello, and I'm going to want to say something else, and you don't want that to happen. So take the test. Do your best. You got nothing to lose. All right. I hope you have a great week. Try those FRQs. I'll be happy to grade as many as you that want to do them. I'll grade them and get them back to you as fast as I can. If I can help you in any other way, please reach out. Peace.